Welcome students with a new subtopic, that is properties of stationary wave. Before starting these properties of the stationary wave, we better to know the previous aspects already we have taken, and that is progressive wave definition, the properties of the progressive wave equation, and then later on we are going to know about that how the wave it will reflect from the rarer and denser medium. Okay, and then we have the stationary wave equation and conditions for the nodes and antinodes. Already we saw all the aspects. We already obtained the equation of this stationary wave, but before knowing that, carefully see the diagram. In this diagram, what we see is actually the properties of the stationary wave. In that one, point by point we are going to take that. Number one point, when the two waves approaching each other, equal in amplitude, equal in frequency, forming a loop like a structure, and divide the medium into equal length segments known as loops. Okay, firstly the definition of stationary wave is the property, the first property. Okay, second one, it divides that into number of loops or segments, that is nodes and antinodes. Third one, these are the stationary wave, which divides the medium into different segments known as loops, that is nodes and antinodes. Now maximum, where the amplitude of the particles of the medium is having the maximum amplitude, is known as antinode, okay, whereas the particles of the medium vibrate with a no frequency, or it will never vibrate, is known as a node, We already differentiated the node and antinode. Now the distance between two successive node, or distance between two successive antinode is equal to lambda by 2. It is equal to lambda by 2. The distance between a node and adjacent node, or antinode and next adjacent node, is equal to lambda by 4. Now let us take another. While traveling, see, we can term this as a stationary wave. But why it is stationary? Because all the particles of the medium, they look to be a stationary one. Its displacement is 0. Means wave velocity is 0. Wave velocity is 0. Wave velocity is 0, but component of wave is not 0. Means the particles of the medium, they travel continuously opposite to each other. Okay. Now the next concept is variation of the amplitude. See, node, the amplitude varies continuously and it is maximum, and then again goes on decreasing. Means amplitude varies from node to antinode. Okay. Now the next is, it is periodic in nature. It is periodic in space and periodic in nature. Periodic means the time period of these loops it travel from here to here. How much distance it will travel is nothing but your time period, and each time its time period is same, equal. Okay, so it is periodic in nature. And see carefully, this particle when they vibrate, they go just like this. This is the one wave which is continuously traveling. See, means the phase change occur by 180 degree. When these waves, suddenly the phase change occur, means it is in phase, it is out of phase, it is in phase, next is out of phase. Okay, go to the next point. If the wave which is starting from 180 degree, it goes in upward direction. See, here it is, means the wave particles which are present at the lower side goes in upper side, wave particles which are in the upper side goes in lower side, means they are out of phase when they are traveling continuously. Okay, last point here it is, means the component of wave, that is particles of the medium, are out of phase. These are the properties. Once again I would like to repeat. Okay, stationary, obviously how the stationary wave forms, when the two waves equal in amplitude and frequency, they falls on each other, they interfere with each other to form a one sort of stationary wave. This stationary wave divides the total medium into segments known as loops of equal length. Okay, next is here, if you observe, that is these segments again it divides into node, antinode, node, antinode. But where exactly the antinode situates, where the maximum amplitude occur, means particles of the medium vibrate with the maximum amplitude, is known as a antinode. No, NO starts with the no, means here it is no amplitude. Okay, it never vibrates with any amplitude, that's why it is known as node. Next, distance between two successive node or two successive antinode is lambda by 2. Distance between node and adjacent antinode or vice versa is equal to lambda by 4. Next, wave velocity is 0, means wave appear to be a stationary because its displacement is absent. We already saw that. But the component is not 0. Component of wave is not 0, means particle continuously they are traveling. Particles of the medium, they continuously traveling in a given direction, that's why the component of wave is not 0. But wave velocity is 0. Okay, next is amplitude varies from node to antinode. If you observe, the amplitude at this place is 0. It varies, goes on increasing, again decreasing, means it varies from node to antinode, antinode to node. Okay, so it is periodic in nature, periodic in space, means it repeats after equal interval of time, that's why it is periodic in nature. Next is component of wave are out of phase, means particles of the wave or the medium, when it goes just like this, it goes in downward direction, and lower particles goes in upward direction, means they are opposite to each other, opposite in phase. Okay, in this one, the components of wave are out of phase. Thank you. Knowing the properties of the progressive wave, we have the basic fundamental definitions which are most important, because after knowing that only we are going to solve, or we are going to draw some sort of conclusion on the basis of different derivations that we are going to see further. So the basic, if we start vibrating the string with a particular frequency, start vibrating, so what happens after vibration? It will feel no wave initially, and then later on if we move further with a maximum amplitude, okay, if we are going to get that vibrations, and a minimum frequency which is given at that place where the vibration will take place is known as a fundamental frequency. What is it mean by fundamental? Minimum frequency by which any string can vibrate is known as a basic or fundamental frequency, denoted by the symbol N. Very simple. Minimum frequency by which string can vibrate is known as a fundamental frequency. Now the next is harmonics. Very simple. Harmonic. Integer. We know the integer number 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Integer multiple of fundamental frequency is known as harmonics. Let us see example. Harmonics. Okay, if the fundamental frequency is N, then the 2N is known as a second harmonic. Then if it is 3N, then it is third harmonic. Let us take one example. Let us consider the fundamental frequency is 112 Hertz. Then twice this 2N is how much? 224. If it is thrice, that time 336 Hertz. This is your second harmonic. Third harmonic, just like this. Okay, very simple. We know N, it is 2N means the second harmonic, 3N means third harmonic. If it is 5N, then fifth harmonic. If it is 7N, then the seventh harmonic. Okay, this concept it is over. Means integer multiple of fundamental frequency N is known as a harmonic, and we are going to decide with the integer number which is get multiplied with the N. This one is 2N, that's why it is second harmonic. With the example it is shown, 112 is the basic, then we have the second harmonic, that is 224 Hertz. Okay. What about the overtones? Most important concept, listen it carefully. Overtone, name itself indicate higher frequencies rather than that of fundamental frequency. Higher frequencies over the fundamental frequency is known as overtones. Let us take example. If let us consider this is a 2N is the harmonic. But which harmonic? Second harmonic, right? Already we know that. But how we can term it as an overtone? So this is a frequency greater than that of fundamental frequency. The first greater frequency. That's why we can also term it as a first overtone. What about this 3N? So it is third harmonic. But we can term it as an overtone, second overtone. Okay, this is the basic where exactly we are going to give the resonance. Okay, these are the basic concepts regarding the fundamental frequency, harmonics, overtone. But sir, is it possible that after the fundamental frequency, next frequency must be 3N and the next is 5N? Yes. That time this is fundamental frequency. This is fundamental frequency. This is third harmonic, obviously. Third harmonic. This one is the fifth harmonic, but after n we have 3n, and then later on we have the 5n. So it is first overtone. Listen here. If possibly we are going to give the resonance after n, and we are going to get the resonance. Resonance means vibration in the different way. Vibration we are going to hear, and if the first vibration we are going to feel at n, then second vibration we are going to feel at 3n. That time it is a first overtone. And what about this? It is a second overtone. If we further go, we are going to observe such a things. So if the first frequency n, after that one directly we are going to get 2n. That time no doubt it is the first harmonic. After that one, if it is 3n, no doubt it is second overtone. Okay, first overtone, second overtone. But if after the fundamental we are going to get a 3n directly, if the next frequency is next vibration, next resonance we are going to occur at 3n, that time it is a first overtone. And if next to that one we are going to get the next harmonic, that is directly 5n, and then we are going to get second overtone. Okay, means possibly what happen after n, that depends. Means either integer or maybe odd. Okay, integer, this one is odd, it is integer. Okay, we will stop here.